Hickok 45 here. Welcome to Hickok 45 Talks. I'm going to talk at you a little bit while I chop just a little. I'm still at it, trying out my new axe. Yes, my replacement. If you don't know what this is about, you have missed some videos. Where have you been? Yes. So I thought one thing I'd talk about a little bit is don't blame the gun if you can't shoot. This sounds like a gun rights topic, doesn't it? Could be. No, I'm talking about physically. Well, not physically, but just don't blame the firearm for your lack of skills, lack of training, lack of practice. Okay? That would be a little bit like me blaming this axe because I can't hit where I want to hit this tree, right? Oh, that's another hard one because it's been dead a while, right? So yes, don't blame your firearm, or at least be slow, be reluctant to blame your ammo, your firearm, your equipment for not being able to hit what you want to hit, okay? Not being able to shoot as well as you want to. Kind of depends on your experience level. If you're a professional level competitor or something, you maybe have a license to blame equipment because you know it is the equipment, it is the gun or something, the ammo, whatever, it doesn't suit you well. If Rob Leatham says that this gun is inaccurate, guess what? I'm going to believe him. But a lot of newer shooters, less experienced shooters, I think, have a tendency to just blame their equipment. They might, to begin with, see it as an equipment race. I've seen that. Back when I was competing, there were always people who were just constantly changing firearms or ammo, just thinking there's something wrong here. I'm not developing like I should. I need a different gun. And they'd have a gun of the week. When they come to a match, it was something totally different. And they didn't necessarily get any better, really, until they realized what it was. It was technique, practice, just time behind the trigger, right? So you got the technique, you got all that. There's some things you could be doing wrong that prevent you from developing into a better shooter, right? But, or at least as quickly or as fast. But be very slow to blame your firearm. You could have a pretty hard trigger, a really heavy trigger on a firearm. That does make one more difficult to shoot well for anybody of any experience level. But most of the time it is just improper grip, just a lack of, again, time behind the trigger, rounds down range. It just takes a fair number of rounds down range to get used to that thing. Again, I use this analogy. It's like going out to learn to shoot a basketball. You're going to blame it on the ball? This ball must not be round. I can't shoot it. And there could be factors, it's not got enough air in it or something, or the goal's not right. It could actually affect it, but usually that's not it, is it? And the same with a firearm. Unless you have a firearm that has a horrible grip, or just really bad for your hand or something, and the trigger is atrocious, and you are a relatively new shooter, those things, do make a difference. But by and large, you just need to work through that and take your time and go slow. A lot of people start out, especially if they want to get into competition or they just want to shoot fast. That can be the death of development or of skill, trying to shoot too fast. Take a little, 7 or 8 year old kid's never shot a basketball too much. Try to teach him or her to shoot a basketball by hurrying them up. You got to shoot it. You got half a second to shoot it after I pass it every time, you know, whatever. Well, let's just slow down and get the grip right, the technique in place, and the trigger control, the sight alignment, get to a point where you know the sight was on the target when that trigger broke. When you pulled the trigger, you know you did not flinch, okay? And before you start blaming ammo or firearms and all that kind of thing, because a newsflash, it's rarely the firearm, it's us. Yeah, I'm done. Life is good.